The world sees Pakistan as the epicenter of terrorism, External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar said on Thursday, asserting that international community has not forgotten where the menace stems from despite the brain fog induced by over 2 years of COVID-19. He made the remarks while addressing reporters at the UN Security Council's takeout after chairing a signature event held under India's presidency of Council on Global Counter-Terrorism Approach, Challenges and Way Forward. In terms of what they are saying, the truth is everybody, the world today sees them as the epicenter of terrorism, he said. I know we have been through 2.5 years of COVID and a lot of us have brain fog as a result. But I assure you, the world has not forgotten where terrorism emanates from, who has their fingerprints over a lot of activities in the region and beyond the region. So I would say that it's something which they should remind themselves before indulging in the kind of fantasies which they do, he added. Mr. Jaishankar was responding to a question on Pakistan Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Hina Rabbani Khan's recent allegation that no country has used terrorism better than India. Pakistan should clean up its act and try to be good neighbor, Mr. Jaishankar said, as he underlined that the world is not stupid and is increasingly calling out countries, organizations, and people who indulge in terrorism. He was responding to a question by a Pakistani journalist on how South Asia is going to see terrorism disseminating from New Delhi, Kabul, and Pakistan. At the end of the day, the world is not stupid, the world is not forgetful, and the world does not increasingly call out countries and organizations and people who indulge in terrorism, he said. By taking that debate elsewhere, you're not going to hide it. You're not going to confuse anybody anymore. People have figured out. So my advice is, please clean up your act. Please try to be a good neighbor. He also added that, when questioned, he added that, you're asking the wrong minister when you say how long we will do this. Because it is the minister of Pakistan who will tell you how long Pakistan intends to practice terrorism. Take a look at the whole scenario.
Well, I read the reports on what Minister Hina Rabbani Khan said. And, I was reminded more than a decade ago, if my memory serves me right, Hillary Clinton was visiting Pakistan, Islamabad. And Hina Rabbani Khan was a minister at that time. And I think standing next to her, Hillary Clinton actually said that if you have, I'm giving you the sense, it's not an exact quote, that if you have snakes in your backyard, you can't expect them to bite only your neighbors. Eventually, they will bite the people who keep them in the backyard. But as you know, Pakistan is not great on taking good advice, and you see what's happening there. In terms of what they are saying, look, the truth is everybody, the world today sees them as the epicenter of terrorism. Now, I know we've been through 2.5 years of COVID, and a lot of us have brain fog as a result. But I assure you, the world has not forgotten, where does terrorism, who has their fingerprints over a lot of activities in the region and beyond the region. So I would say that it's something which they should remind themselves before indulging in the kind of fantasies which they do.
Mr. Minister, I'm from Geo TV Pakistan, if you would like to entertain my question also. Okay. How about Kulbhushan, first of all, and India and Pakistan have been accusing each other about terrorism. Hina Rabbani, as you said, yesterday, she brought out this.
Could you come to the question?
My question is, how long South Asia is going to see this terrorism disseminating from New Delhi, Kabul, and Pakistan? How long they are going to be at war, number one? And secondly, how about the UN Security Council resolutions on Kashmir? Does India abide by it or not?
Thank you. You're asking the wrong minister when you say how long will we do this, because it is the ministers of Pakistan who will tell you how long Pakistan intends to practice terrorism. So look, at the end of the day, the world is not stupid, the world is not forgetful, and the world does, increasingly call out countries and organizations and people who indulge in terrorism. And by taking that debate elsewhere, you're not going to hide it. You're not going to confuse anybody anymore. People have figured it out. So my advice is, please clean up your act. Please try to be a good neighbor. Please try and contribute to what the rest of the world is trying to do today, which is economic growth, progress, development. So I hope through your channel that message goes.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.